What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's the one, the only Yusuf here. I know it's been a while, but I'm finally making this video. So like you guys know, I haven't uploaded in a year and a couple months, and I wanted to take this video to kind of catch up before I start making new videos because a lot has happened in the past year. So my last videos were about me getting promoted at Home Depot, and I took the promotion like you guys saw. And I just decided to lock into the position and focus on just being a supervisor. So with my promotion, I ended up taking like a period of probation to see if I'm able to lead my own team. Then I went to other locations to lead teams. And that was great because I ended up networking with other peers in other districts and what worked for their team, what didn't. And I enjoyed it. It was a very fun job. And because I was also getting paid well, I decided to want to buy a new car. At the time, I didn't know what car I wanted, and all I knew is that I wanted an SUV and that it had to be low on mileage and within my budget. And during that time, a friend invited me to church one day, and the pastor was preaching on how powerful prayer is. And of course, now I've kind of grown spiritually, and it's not about like physical things and prayer, which we still can ask for. Anyways, fast forward a couple months into trying to buy a new car, I ended up being very specific with what I wanted. I wanted an all-wheel drive within my budget, right? And I didn't think much of it, and I was blessed enough to get a new car, and you guys will soon see it. Another major thing that happened in the past year is that I decided to pursue a career in law enforcement. I ended up applying in March, and later in April, I ended up taking the state test that the agency requires for me to continue the application process. And the later months like May, June, July, August consisted of pretty much going to workouts every weekend and also hiring seminars, hearing a little bit more about what the academy consists of. And yeah, I was excited to pursue that career. I was well within the steps that, you need to get closer and closer background checks to, department interviews, and that was great. And I think, I was closer and closer to that goal of becoming a law enforcement officer. But before I get ahead of myself and tell you guys what ended up happening with that application process, I did want to share a major news about me and my girlfriend. So last June, I decided to take a short vacation trip down to San Diego with my girlfriend, and this is one of the best news that I got, and I think it was the highlight of my year, and that is that we are getting married. So I am engaged. She's now a fiance, and we are getting married in June of 2025. I'm excited to share this with you guys because you guys know that she was my girlfriend at the time when I started making these videos. And now you get to see us grow. I'm excited to take you guys along this journey as well as I navigate from boyfriend to husband. We'll see, where this takes us. So I'm gonna bring her in real quick just so she can say hi. Here she is. Say hi.
Hi.
Show that finger. What do you think about how I proposed?
I think it was cute. I think it was just perfect for us two. Mm-hmm. Just because it wasn't so over the top. It was just perfect, cute, of just you and me.
I'm gonna drop some photos probably somewhere here so you guys can see. If you haven't already followed me on Instagram, please go follow me on Instagram because that's where I usually share news and stuff. So definitely that's one journey that I'm excited to share with you guys too. And we're excited. I'm probably gonna work something out in the day of the wedding to kind of bring you guys in with this too. And now about the application process and its results. What ended up happening was that I was in the second to last step before they decide whether or not to send me out to the academy. This was within, I believe, September or October, meaning that I would have that decision by November and be sent out either December or January. And I was under the impression that I chose this career because I was supposed to be in it. So they pretty much gave me a call reviewing everything that I have for my background check. And it's funny that I talked in this video about the vehicle that I bought and how it was such a blessing, because that was a major thing of why the result was that they ended up disqualifying me from the hiring process. Now, Why did they disqualify me? They consider the vehicle to be bad debt when I haven't had the sufficient enough money to have my own place. And I was honestly a little shocked because I was paying insurance, the vehicle title, the car title, and everything was great. Like, I had no late payments, but they considered that as bad judgment on my part for not having a home. But after getting that result that I wasn't going to continue into the application process and they were going to disqualify me, I was a little bummed out. But also, other things in my career at Home Depot took a turn. I ended up parting ways with the company. Pretty much think that my job was finished there. I did everything that I could do at Home Depot. So I am no longer at Home Depot. I ended up parting ways in November. So throughout the season of December, Christmas and all that, like, I pretty much was unemployed. And it was a good time to reflect and kind of see what I wanted to do. I also believe that in that season, I was kind of getting my faith tested in how much like God can provide for me, because I took time away and was trying to find a new job. Like, I was ready to work, but every application was a no. And so I kept trying. I never gave up. I also kept asking God, like, hey, like, you know, God, you blessed me with a beautiful vehicle that I could still maintain while not being unemployed, but why can't I get a job? And it was kind of a season where I had to make sure that I was right with him. And I kid you guys not, I started off my new job in the very first day of the year. So all I had to do was be patient, have faith that, you know, I was going to get a job, and I sure enough did. So that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to end it off right here. And be ready. That's all I got to say. Be ready for the next chapter of this channel. It's going to be great. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys on the next video.